Once upon a time, in a small, peaceful village near the mountains, there lived a young man named Arun. He was clever, hardworking, but often unhappy. He believed the world was unfair to him. One morning, Arun woke up early and said, "Why does life always give me problems? Why don't people treat me kindly?" He left his home feeling angry. On his way to the market, he saw an old man walking slowly with a heavy basket. The man smiled at him and said, "Good morning, young man." But Arun didn't reply. He just looked away and muttered, "What's good about this morning?" The old man's smile faded and he walked away silently. Later at the market, people didn't talk much to Arun. When he tried to sell his goods, no one seemed interested. By the end of the day, he sold very little. He returned home tired and upset. "Why is everyone so cold to me?" he shouted. "I didn't do anything wrong." That evening, Arun went to see Master Ravi, a wise old man who lived at the edge of the village. Master Ravi was known for his calm smile and kind heart. People said he understood the secrets of life. Arun told him everything. "Master," he said, "no one is kind to me. The world feels dark and unfair. What can I do?" Master Ravi listened quietly. After a moment, he said, "Tomorrow morning, go to the mountain temple. There you will find the mirror of life. Look into it, and it will show you the truth." Arun was surprised but curious. "A mirror? Will it really help me?" The old man smiled. "Yes, but remember, the mirror never lies." The next morning, Arun climbed the mountain path. The air was cool and birds sang softly. When he reached the temple, he found a large, shining mirror standing alone in the center of the hall. He looked around, no one was there. Slowly, he stepped forward and stared into the mirror. At first, he saw only his reflection. Then, as he frowned, the reflection frowned back, even deeper. He shouted, "Why are you looking at me like that?" And the reflection shouted back the same words. He became angry. "You are rude," he yelled. The reflection looked just as angry. Arun felt confused and frustrated. "This mirror is broken," he said, turning to leave. Then he heard a gentle voice behind him. It was Master Ravi standing at the doorway. "Is the mirror broken?" the master asked. "Or is it only showing you yourself?" Arun looked again at the reflection. He realized the mirror only copied his own face, his own feelings. Master Ravi smiled kindly. "This is the mirror of life, my son. It shows you exactly what you give. If you smile, it smiles back. If you show anger, it returns anger. The world works the same way." Arun stood in silence. He understood. "If I give kindness," he said softly, "I'll receive kindness. But if I give anger," Master Ravi nodded, "then the world will give you anger. Life is like this mirror. It reflects your energy, your heart, and your actions." Arun bowed respectfully. "Thank you, Master. I understand now." From that day on, Arun decided to change the way he lived. The next morning, he greeted people with a smile. "Good morning," he said cheerfully to the old man from before. The old man smiled back, surprised. "Good morning, young man. You seem happier today." At the market, Arun helped a woman carry her basket. She thanked him warmly. Soon, more people came to buy from him. By the end of the day, he had sold everything. Arun returned home feeling joyful. "Life feels different," he said. "But what really changed was me." Every morning, before leaving home, he looked into his small mirror and said, "Today I will give kindness, because what I give is what I get." Months passed, and Arun became one of the most loved people in the village. He helped children learn, shared food with the poor, and always smiled. Whenever someone was sad, he reminded them, "The world is a mirror. If you want love, give love first." One day, a traveler came through the village. He looked tired and angry. "Why is everyone here so happy?" he asked Arun. "Don't you have problems?" Arun smiled gently. "Of course we all have problems. But we learned a secret. Life gives back what we give. If we share joy, we receive joy. If we share peace, we find peace." The traveler frowned. "That sounds too simple." Arun laughed softly. "Simple, yes, but not easy. It takes courage to smile when life is hard. It takes faith to stay kind when others are not." The traveler stayed in the village for a few days. He watched how people helped each other, smiled often, and lived peacefully. When he left, he too smiled for the first time in years. One evening, years later, when Master Ravi grew old and weak, Arun went to visit him. He knelt beside the wise man's bed and said, "Master, you changed my life. You showed me the mirror's truth." Master Ravi smiled faintly. "No, my son. You changed your own life. You chose to reflect light, not darkness. Remember, the mirror is only a tool. The heart is the true source of Reflection. Aaron held his teacher's hand and whispered, "I will pass this lesson to others." And he did. From that day on, Arun became the new teacher of the village. Whenever someone complained about life being unfair, he smiled and said, "Come, I'll show you the mirror." He would point to a simple glass mirror hanging in his home. "Look closely," he'd say. "What do you see?" People would answer, "I see myself." And Arun would say, "Exactly. That's what life shows you, yourself. Change what's inside and you'll change what's outside." Life lesson. The world is like a mirror. It reflects your thoughts, your actions, and your emotions. If you want love, be loving. If you want kindness, be kind. What you send out always comes back to you.